Deja, say what's up for the camera.
Hi.
That's my beautiful niece. Look at one of my daughters right there. Say what's up. Say what's up, Domina. And here's who made it happen with me. Woo, look at her.
Show your baby.
And this little girl right here. Little Mia. Say hi, Mia. Say hi to the camera.
Yeah, you want to do like pranks and stuff.
And this is little Makai. This is the family.
Hi.
Tell them who you are.
Me. Yeah.
Say Malia. Say I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, boo. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Stefan. How's everybody doing? Check out my channel. It's coming soon. This is actually the first video for it. It's called Family Life. Basically, I'm introducing you into my family as an example on how to be family oriented. That's the whole point of this channel. With that being said, here's my first video. And I had trouble thinking about my first video and what topics I was going to touch on and, you know, stuff like that. Until the other day, see, I got 5 kids, you know, and my oldest daughter is 12. I got 3 boys and 2 girls. My oldest daughter is 12. And, you know, she's going through that phase. Everybody who has a 12-year-old in their preteens or whatever, everybody is going to be able to relate to me on that. And you know, when you got a 12-year-old girl, you know, her attitude changes. She thinks she's, you know, about to be 13 going on, 12 going on 21. You know what I mean? So when I talked to my daughter, man, she let me know. You know, I found out through, really, she didn't even tell me. I found out through my wife, and she was letting me know about, you know, these boys, you know, how she was, you know, had his arms around her, and, you know, he even actually gave my daughter $5. You know what I mean? You know, as a man, I ain't with all that. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter don't need no man. In my eyes, not right, you know, not right now. She needs any man she needs I'm the only man she needs, so I'm her provider, and she ain't taking no money from nobody. You know what I mean? I don't care how old you is, homie. You know what I mean? But you know, that's just the pops in me. You know, don't take offense to that. But I'm just saying, you know, but. So I had my talk with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? And instead of going, you know, at the time when I found out about it, I was really furious about it. Like I wanted to find out who this little boy was and, you know, hugged up on my daughter and all that, you know. And I was going to go off on her, you know what I mean? And then my wife, you know, this is why my wife is so beautiful. She's such a good woman. You know, because she balances me out. She has that mother touch, you know, which is why I love her so much. And we'll get into that as this show continues. But anyway, you know, she let me know, hey, you know, instead of getting mad, just talk to her and don't bring it to you. Don't bring it in front of everybody. Bring it up in front of everybody. Just talk to her. You know, let her know from a man's perspective on how this is wrong. You know what I mean? And so I still, you know, I listened to her and, you know, it actually worked. I sat my daughter down and we had a talk and I let her know exactly like how she needs to be a woman. You know, like I can't teach her everything on how to be a woman, but I know as a dad I could teach her on how what to be the woman that a man like me would look for in a woman, you know, and that's how to be a lady, you know, teach her morals and values. She doesn't, and teach her not only, you know, on the father side where I'm like, you don't need no money from no dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need no money from no dude. I'm the only one, but let her know how, on another perspective, let her know how to be an independent woman, that you really don't, and I talked to her about how to be independent, and it was a very touching conversation, and hopefully she learns. But I just want your feedback, anybody who's going through that situation, and let me know what your input on it, on and how you give suggestions on how you can approach how a man can approach his daughter, different ways he can approach his daughter and let her know things, you know what I'm saying, without being offended, you know what I'm saying, or without offending her, how to build that closer bond between a father and a daughter, because I let my daughter know that she could come to me for anything. She can let me know she has crushes on boys, but I sat her down and I let her know, hey, it's okay, and I'm glad boys like you. I'm good. She has boys asking her out. It's natural. When we were 12 years old, we were going through all that too. But when it comes to our children, it's different. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's different. Because our parents felt the same way too. Like, nah, you ain't ready for all that. But at the time, we're like, yeah, we are ready for that. But so I just let her know, I let my daughter know she can, she even felt comfortable telling me she has crushes and boys are asking her out. I want that because I don't want to tie my daughter down. I don't want to shelter my daughter, but at the same time, I don't want my daughter to be out here running in the streets. So what, I just want to know, what is the best way to compromise on that? How do you compromise that to where you're not sheltering your child, not just your daughter, but your child, period? How do you not, how do you compromise from sheltering them to, not, you don't want them to go running around and being in the streets and all that, but you also don't want them to be, sheltered from life either. You want them to get out there and make mistakes. So how do you compromise between the two? And here's one thing that I learned, is, you can't, especially with girls, man, if you tie your girls down, because I got sisters, I got sister-in-laws, my wife, I know about her childhood too, and my wife, for example, was a sheltered, her father kept a short leash on her. And, when that happens, that makes that child, boy or girl, more rebellious, more curious on, why are you keeping me? What's out there that you're keeping me from? So that's what gets them to start sneaking out. That's what gets them to start texting and hiding the text, putting passcodes on their phones and not telling you what they are and all that. You have to have a healthy relationship, with your child. You have to make your child feel comfortable coming at you, you know what I'm saying, and make her, because that's important, man, because I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. I've seen girls that I've gone to school with, and they were very troubled because they were sheltered and they were out here, girls was out here, that I've been with girls that were out there and had troubled lives, and some men take advantage of that troubled life that they had, whether it was sheltered or whether it was their dad beating them, whether they didn't have a dad, period, you know what I mean, or a mom, whatever, but the point I'm trying to make is you have to compromise. It's bad. Some parents might not agree with it. Oh, just whoop their ass and tell them what it is. Don't do what I do what I, don't do as I do as I say, that's true to a certain extent, but nowadays you have to keep up with the age. You have to keep up with, every year there's something new. There's a new trend. You have to keep up with the trend. And here's the trend for parents. You have to compromise with your children. You have to let your children know it's okay for you to come talk to them. You have to let them know, because if they don't, they're not going to tell you nothing. And then what's going to happen? They might end up, God forbid this for anybody's child out there, but they might end up in a ditch. They might have ran away might be 12, 13 years old, ran away and you know, got raped or hitchhiking or whatever, getting on drugs, doing whatever, becoming, you know, whatever, getting manipulated into other things. I'm not gonna go there, you know, but these are things that you have to look into when you're dealing with your child. There's no handbook to being a parent. So I'm trying to help parents out there. I'm trying to show you how to be more family oriented. This falls into being that family oriented person. You know what I mean? This is not when you run your family as a man, it's not a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? I'm dictating, but you know, you have to give your kids choices too. You know, you have to give your kids a voice, you know, and I've learned that, you know, so give me more suggestions. Tune into my channel, subscribe to it. Family Life, you know, check me out. You know, I'm gonna have more videos about this. I want to know your input. You can hit me up on Facebook, Stephon Thompson. You know what I mean? Just let me know how you feel. If ladies, mothers, fathers, if you have any more suggestions out there that could help other parents, even myself, you know, about better ways you can approach your child other than you know, being physical or verbally physical. You know, if there's other ways, because I'm gonna tell you right now, putting your kid on Facebook when he messes up in school by shaving their hair off and humiliating your child so the whole world can see is not a way of disciplining your child. I don't agree with that at all. Everything should be, when you're at home, what happens at home stays at home. You do not ever humiliate your kid like that. That, I'm telling you, those who do that, for y'all who do that, y'all need to stop that, man, because that ain't where it's at. You know what I mean? You need to find a better way to approach. So tune in to my channel, and I might be able to help you out with that. Peace and love, y'all. What up, y'all? Thank you for watching Family Life. I am Stephon Thompson, and if you like this video, it's a lot more where that came from. Just click on these videos here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.